Welcome to the Service Industry Podcast. I've spent the last decade as a CEO, operator, and business builder selling tens of millions of dollars in products and services. I, just like many of you, started with nothing. My mission for this podcast is to help you become the greatest version of yourself, help you grow and scale your business, and create the life you've always dreamed of. I'm your host, Matt Smith. Enjoy the episode. What's going on, guys? Matt here from the Service Industry Podcast. Hope everybody's doing well. Today's episode's a good one, super tactical. And honestly, even if you never want to sell your business, this is still a really good episode for you to listen to, because if you build a business like this, your life is going to be amazing. But if you want to sell a business one day, then this is the stuff that you have to understand and be good at if you want that to happen. Before we dive in, you guys know we got some housekeeping items to go through. First things first, you guys know I own ServiceIndustryCoach.com. We are a print marketing company for home service businesses. If you need business cards, direct mail, yard signs, folders, literally anything print marketing related, we likely offer it. Go to ServiceIndustryCoach.com. And if you'd like to do some one-on-one coaching with me, you can go to the same link and sign up there. So this is really hot on my mind right now because we are building a roofing business to sell. That is our very clear goal. We would like to do it in 3 to 5 years, and we believe we can. But with that, I haven't just been going off of my own theories here. I've been doing a lot of research. I've been connecting with private equity guys. I've been connecting with business owners that have sold to private equity, and I've been taking note of what are the most important things that private equity is looking for when buying home service businesses. And before we dive in, private equity right now is flooding the home service business space. They understand that it's going to be one of the last spaces to be affected directly by AI. It's something that, at least most services, like we're in roofing, so roofing is a necessity. It's not something that people necessarily want, but they have to have it. And so they understand that, hey, that's probably a pretty good space to be putting our money. And from a customer acquisition standpoint, it's very clear on how to get new customers. So PE companies are flooding the space right now. And so I got 5 things that you guys need to be focused on when it comes to building a home service business that private equity is going to be looking for. And so we'll just dive right in. I'm trying to put these in somewhat of order, not of importance, but of kind of how you need to build your system and your business. And the first one is your branding, okay? You will see guys all over the internet, all over the Facebook groups, all over Instagram and TikTok, try to puff their chests up and tell you that brand doesn't matter. They're idiots. It very much so matters to private equity, okay? Private equity wants businesses with trust and presence. They don't want to fix your reputation. They just want to take the reputation you have and scale it. And your brand is more than your logo, you guys. Like, yes, it starts there, but it's your truck wraps. How do your trucks look on the road? The consistency of your messaging in your marketing, right? What does your marketing look like? Not just like your Google ads, but like, what do your Facebook ads look like? What's your direct mail look like? What do your yard signs look like? What do your folders when you go on estimates look like? What do your estimate sheets look like? Is it all cohesive? This is important to them. This is very, very important to them. Like when you guys think about brand, I want you to think about companies, like Apple, right? Apple has done such a good job of building brand that when you buy the computer from them, you don't want to throw away the box. Okay, that's what we're shooting for. And when brands dominate local markets, PE firms see companies that already have momentum and customer confidence. And you build that by building a sound brand. I always tell people this about brand. You can charge customers more just by having a good brand. That's it. You could do everything else the same. But because you've built a good, sound brand in your market, customers will pay you more. They just will. So I see a lot of guys cheap out on this portion of their business, which blows my mind. Because what do you think like customers think subconsciously? Like if you show up and you have a sucky brand and your truck is ugly and you don't have a truck wrap or it's not lettered at all or anything, and your business name is Smith's Roofing Company or Smith & Sons, and you've got literally no brand built behind the name. Like, as a customer, I'm thinking, man, this business isn't even willing to invest in themselves. How can I trust that they're going to do my job right? Like, it blows my mind. You guys get frustrated when customers aren't willing to pay top dollar, yet you aren't willing to spend any money on your brand. Okay? Those of you that don't care about brand and don't spend money on brand never have a foot to stand on when it comes to customers telling you no and being cheap with you, because you are cheap. That is who you are attracting. If you want to attract high-end customers who spend lots of money, you build a high-end brand. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, customer acquisition. This is a big one. Okay, PE companies love to buy companies that can generate predictable leads and sales. Okay, how do customers find you? They're looking for you to come back with an answer that shows repeatable numbers, okay? Your cost per lead, your cost per acquisition, your close rate. They want to see all your different lead channels that you're doing, Google, Facebook, direct mail, yard signs, cold outreach, whatever it is, right? And they don't want to just hear you say like, oh, it works well. No, dude, they want to see the numbers. Are you guys tracking your numbers with customer acquisition? Like for us, every single week, we track our numbers. So we know at the end of every week, were we on point? Were we behind? Are we ahead? Where are we? At the end of every month, we say, what do the numbers look like for the month? And then we can blend them over a full season. Man, what was our blended return on ad spend with direct mail over the last 12 months? Well, we had a 20x return. Do those numbers work? Yes. Great. Telling you what, PE comes in your business and you're able to actually have your numbers tracked for each lead source. You become a lot more interesting to them, because especially in the home service business space, most people run their companies like crap. So these PE companies come in and they're walking into messes and they go, yep, no thanks. We're good. This guy doesn't even know what his cost per lead is. He doesn't even know what their close rate is. He doesn't even know what the return on Google spend is or return on direct mail is. Yeah, I'm good. Pass. Then they go to the next one. Okay? So customer acquisition is number two. You have to have an acquisition system in place that's predictable. Okay, PE wants to see that. Number three, they want to see systems inside of your business. In other words, they do not want to buy businesses that rely on the owner. Now, there's nothing wrong with the owner being involved. And in fact, from what I've learned, is that a lot of PE companies love to keep the owner involved at least for 1 to 3 years after the sale, because it makes the transition easier. They'll oftentimes give an upside to the owner. So like, let's just say they're going to buy someone out for $10 million, right? They might give him $6 million up front. And then based on the performance of the business over the next 3 years, he actually could make more than the $4 million he would have got, the $4 extra million. Or they'll do a roll up, right? And they'll sell the business again in 3 to 5 years, and then he'll make another sale off of that. So there's a lot of different models that they can go with, but they don't mind the business owner being involved. They don't want the business to rely on the business owner. Okay. They want to see that you guys have SOPs in place for everything. Okay. The way you answer your phones, the way the office, the admin does all the work, the way you run your sales appointments, the way every single job and install is done, the communication with the customer. They want to see SOPs for all of this. And then they want to see leadership. Okay, what does the leadership structure in the business look like? And I know for some of you guys, you're like, this is really overwhelming. I'm a one-man show. Oh my gosh, this is too much. You don't have to do this all at once, but this is what you need to be striving towards. Because here's the deal. Even if you don't sell your business and you build a business like this, it will make your life so much easier. Okay, so they want to see systems inside of the business. We can't be running a shit show around here. We got to run a clean business with SOPs and systems for every single role. Now, here's one that I've coached hundreds of home service business owners. At minimum, this is being generous. At minimum, 50% of the people I coach do not have their financials in order, meaning they don't have their books done. They don't have clean financials. If a PE company comes into your business, potentially interested in buying you, and you don't have your financials in order, bye-bye. Here's the easiest way to keep your books in order. Go hire a bookkeeper that does your books every single month for a couple $100. Okay? Go just hire somebody to do it because they're probably going to do a better job than you. It's going to be consistent. And at the end of every month, you should be looking at your P&Ls. You should be looking at your books and going, where were we last month? Like, it felt good, but was it? Because the numbers tell all, right? PE companies want to buy profitable businesses. So it depends on the size of the business, but like 15 to 25% EBITDA margins is very common. The bigger you get, typically, the lower the margin goes. But from what I'm learning, even guys that are doing, I talked to a roofing contractor the other day that's doing $75 million. I think they were at a 17 or 18% profit margin. Okay, so even at that size, you should be at 15% or higher. So clean financials. They need to be able to see your financials and they need to be clean. That is number 4. Okay. Last but not least, number 5, and this is important, is what technology have you implemented in your business? Now, for us as home service business guys, we do not need to overdo this part, but they want to see that you are running your entire company through a CRM. Okay. It could be a CRM like, AccuLynx, Service Titan, House Call Pro, Roofer. Like there's a gazillion of them, but they want to see that you are running your business through a CRM. They don't want to buy businesses that are ran on Google Calendars and all this other stuff, okay? They want to have the ability to pull numbers, to be able to pull appointments, to set automations. Like the reality is you guys should be able to understand what your business is doing and how it's running from your phone or a laptop, no matter where, because everything is running through the CRM, okay? So this builds trust with buyers. When they can go through your CRM, they can see how many sales appointments you're booking. They can see how much revenue you've closed and what your close rates are. And they can pull lead reports and everything's in one software. It builds trust. It allows them to get a really good feel on the business. So I'll run through these real quick. Number 1 is brand. Okay. This is so important. Start here, guys. If you know you're like, man, my brand's not that good, it could be so much better, spend the money on doing it, okay? Whether it's with us or somebody else, I couldn't care less. Build a good brand. Number 2, you got to have good customer acquisition systems, okay? We got to have marketing levers that are consistent, that get us consistent returns, and that we've been tracking for a long period of time. Number 3 is you must build systems and SOPs in every single portion of your business so your business is running like a well-oiled machine rather than it running you. Number 4, get your financials in order. And number 5 is you better be running your business through a CRM so everything is clean, trackable, and in one spot. Again, you guys might not be looking to sell, or this might be something you're like, I want to sell, but not for like another 10 years, right? Cool. Start building out this model now. Just remember the 5 things I need to focus on. And when you do that, you will have a legitimate, sellable business. You guys, I'm not just like saying that private equity is buying companies. They're buying them all over the place. I got a buddy in my market that's selling right now for $20+ million. He's been in business for like 5 years. People are getting mega wealthy off of selling their home service companies, but only the companies that are doing these 5 things. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next episode. Take care. Thank you for listening to this episode of the podcast. As always, if you need any help marketing your business or want to work with me directly doing one-on-one coaching, visit serviceindustrycoach.com. We'll see you on the next episode.